BBC Breakfast's Naga Munchetty was forced to air her apologies to viewers on Saturday morning alongside co-star Charlie State. BBC Breakfast's Naga Munchetty was back on the famous red sofa on Saturday morning alongside co-star Charlie State. However, the show wasn't without its issues, and the host was forced to apologize to viewers. The popular weekend show suffered some technical difficulties during the latest live broadcast on Saturday, August 30th. They had been conducting an important video interview with Inva Solomon, the CEO of the Refugee Council, when the show encountered technical difficulties. Certain points of Naga's on-air exchange with Inva were extremely tricky to understand after the video link connection appeared to break down in places. Concluding the interview, Naga said, "Inva Solomon, chief executive of the refugee camp, thank you very much." She further stated, "Apologies for the sound quality of that connection, but I think we got most of what Inva Solomon was trying to say." Naga and Charlie had invited Inva on the show to hear his viewpoint about the migrant row that is currently causing a major divide all across the UK, as more protesters gather at asylum hotels, including Epping, Essex, and Cheshire, Hertfordshire. The latest protests coincided with the Court of Appeal decision, in which the government successfully overturned a temporary injunction that would have prevented asylum seekers from being housed at the Bell Hotel in Epping. Since then, 3 arrests have been made in Essex after protests escalated. Inva appeared on the show to deliver his thoughts. Wasting no time at all, Naga asked him, "Good morning to you. What is your reaction to this latest ruling?" As the CEO attempted to deliver his opinion, it became extremely difficult to understand what he was trying to convey as his connection seemed to falter significantly in parts. Through a distilled connection, he said, "Well, I think it is clearly a conflict for the government, but I don't think it really solves the challenge that we're facing. I don't think it addresses the community's concern and frustration with the situation. It hasn't addressed the fact that the taxpayer is having to pay millions of pounds for hotels, and those that are in the hotels feel they've got a target on their backs." The CEO further urged, "We work with them, we know how they feel. They feel very anxious and disturbed by what's going on, and they don't want to be in that position either. So really, I think this has to be about the government reaching its commitment to close its hotels by 2029, which is a number of years away. Asylum should go if hotels were to close." Inva explained that his teams had already proposed a plan to the government that he described as a one-off reset that would put in place an exceptional scheme to grant people from countries that are very likely to be given permission to stay as refugees. He estimated that this regime would remove 30,000 from the asylum complication system and could be achieved in just a